Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos a Phoenix Wright Attorney. Hoy lo que vamos a hacer es lo que yo ya no sé si será el último día del episodio 3 o cómo será, ¿vale? De la serie, es decir, el último juzgado o si habrá más juzgados aún. Bueno, a ver. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. There's no time for that people jokes, please. Ay, Dios mío, este juego. A estas horas yo no puedo hacer este tipo de humor. You know, we're going into this utterly defenseless trial. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. Ya voy, Mia. October 19, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there were other people present in the studios. Today I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. The producer calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Este tío que es un friki de la hostia. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai. No problem. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Mr. Edgeworth le está metiendo un poquito de cañita, pero bueno. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, John. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trial on that day did it. Right. She didn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was an action scene. I was doing an action scene run through. It took a little more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else had ate lunch in the employee area, but they had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Hay que presionarle a muerte a este pavo, ¿eh? The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30, and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at the time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, John. Vale, a presionarle a muerte a este pavo. Is that when you always come in to work? Oh, no, I come in all sort of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, for your information, right? I was pretty busy all that day. Sad emoji, sad face. Tell us more about that. I was doing action scene run through. In the employee area? That's right. I was at the fight scene. Was anyone else at the run through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on a hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but Will Powers twisted his ankle during his run through, see? Oh right, just the limb. Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Ruffs? Rolling on the floor? Starving? Hostia tú. Hold it, what exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak, the assistant cooked some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones out on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. I had a meeting. A ver. So then you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can't you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Is it a bug? Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak, at least. So you ate something other than steak? Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket which I used to... Hostia, mira esta cara tú. Which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. Momento. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. Well, let me check. Hold it right there. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating? So much, I wonder. If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with his later Phoenix. If his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can to find where he's lying. Right. Era aquí que tenía que presionarlo un poco. What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were two plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the system went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolf it down then. Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Sí, acabas de decir que se tomaron un break, ¿no? You didn't take a single break? Well... Yeah, not a one. Wait a second. Ahora. Wait a second. Mr. No, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, ruffle. Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Edgewood is laughing. Va a ser una trampa esto o algo, ya veréis. Yeah, for your information, Wright, we took a break, Rolf. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. Lol. That's only just enough time to eat the T-bone steak. if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just fine. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. A ver, el break. Take a break. Well, what time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of the death. So he could have gone just to the one, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. 15 minutes. A ver. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's, sorry. The Basket's plate. The Basket, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time to say commit a murder. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Perdón, que he dormido 4 horas hoy. Me acabo de levantar y digo, ¿sabes qué? Voy a grabar un poco de Phoenix Wright. ¿Qué puede salir mal? Surely, you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright, Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim it and claim it loud. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studios was blocked? Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Boom. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Ya está. Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on that day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to the case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, none other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, this resolution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. I didn't witness. Joder, Edgeworth. Who is this witness? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. No me digas que es el niño. Orden, tendré orden. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Menuda liada, What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. But Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, What hope do I have? Estoy aquí. Don't get me wrong, I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to the study one. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. Tenemos las sleeping pills, que cuando salga la asistenta, ¡pum! Preparó las... ¿qué preparaste? Las... los T-Bone, ¿no? Pues a él le pusieron las sleeping pills, yo lo veo. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. You... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Vamos a hacerlo, venga. October 19, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. A ver, el witness. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prison has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. El niño. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Ya se le ve. Y está con la cámara el niño. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown-ups don't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins, I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you are speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. You were present where you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Grams with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth. I prefer bearded gentlemen. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid? And you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Código secreto, he's still learning how to use it. Vale. Venga, que testifique, coño. Venga, va, dale. Wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. ¿Cómo? Que si tuviera la cámara, pero no la lleva con todo el tiempo. Be gentle. Esto es más duro que muchos. A ver, déjame comprobar un segundo, rápidamente, ¿eh? Always carries it. If I had my camera with me, pero... I need a... Cody always carrying, pero escúchame. Tengo una objection fuerte, eh? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about it. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. I was putting the pressure on too much. What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Claro, estamos en el 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Las cámaras digitales acaban de inventarse. Cuidado, Cuidado. Wow. I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize the poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecution attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecution attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I have my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? Así que realmente tenía la cámara. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. A ver, ¿qué es lo que vio? Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The steel samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the steel samurai rules. The bad guy stopped moving. Oh, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, cross-examine. No tengo mucho que cross-examine, pero bueno. He stopped moving, ¿cómo? A ver, ¿cómo es la acción? So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Then, the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Voy a presionarle un poquito, ¿vale? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah. So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated that he saw quite clearly. Objection! You know as well as I do that he's being banned. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order, Mr. Wright! How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you are on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out, Mr. Wright. Your answer. We have as certain that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Couldn't watch it, no? He was watching something else. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Uf, come on, think of something. Nothing. Refrain from him. A ver, no es eso. A ver, que la estoy cagando por momentos, pero no. A ver, les diré todas hasta que la acierte este ritmo. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He was entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. What? Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. A la primera. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Having testify again. Right, yeah, means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hawkins testifies once more. Very well. Cody, would you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. No photo? Vamos a ver si es verdad. The Steel Samurai had just escaped. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strange? Couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open, so you missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened, yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have. Once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here. I can use Cody. Listen up, Cody Hawkins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hawkins. It's one of my powers. Wow! This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but I was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Este de aquí. Maravilloso. Ya decía yo que era algo así. Cody? What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I got to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wizam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Oh, Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hawkins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. You find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all these pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what the truth it is? Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix, tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor? The witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. Oye, la cámara. Que se había de tomar por culo, la cámara. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. Vaya. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. He had to admit that he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Wow. Oh, order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Ya, le hemos craqueado a muerte, la hemos roto por dentro. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Wow, okay. You are right. The Steel Samurai fell down, but then he didn't move. Wow. ¿Y eso? Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Toma ya, Edgeworth, ¿cómo te estoy dejando? Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's all this about? Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Without. Order! So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph? You're saying that the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Mrs. Oldbach said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station and won. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to the studio one, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Without it, why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the steel samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. ¿Cómo? Show us, quick! No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. ¿Y esta foto? Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix? Mia? What? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That's the photo. It's all the evidence you need to win this trial. ¿Cómo? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? So certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring specific inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. ¿Qué hay aquí? El 2. Your Honor, look at this. I see. A gate? Might I draw your attention to that number on that gate? Without the number? Oh yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1. Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edger sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. It took place in Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. No filming is done there. The path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have her. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Without it. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Mrs. D. Basket were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Without it. Order! The defense making the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Mr. Obach, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did it so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they are so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. ¿Esta? This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Hostia, yo inculpando al asistente todo el rato, Pobre asistenta. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicion, yeah? But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Jorn, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. ¡Pum! Como hilado, Aquí no he fallado, Cuidadín. Son las 8 de la mañana, después de grabar durante 45 minutos. Pero aún así estoy. The court will suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Code Hacking's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The still samurai seen by Mrs. Olbach may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Study 1 but Study 2, and those in the trailer did have the time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the still samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Venga. Seguimos con el trial. Madre mía. Very well. Court is adjourned. Y hasta aquí vamos a terminar el episodio de hoy. Woo! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. Y hasta aquí el episodio de hoy. Yo creo que me voy a dormir un rato, porque estoy bastante cansado, aunque pensaba que este sería el último día del episodio del episodio 3 de la saga. Así que bueno, pues nada, espero que os haya gustado, que lo hayáis disfrutado. Dejar un like, suscribiros si así ha sido, y nos vemos en la próxima con más y mejor. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.